All right, how we doing, Lions? Good morning, good morning. Holy shit. Previously on Kimba TV. CVD, okay, imagine if this sweeps and it's a div. Okay, a lower high. So I have 50 running, 25 on each MEXC account. And then on TapBit, I fully closed ETH, and I realized 300K on TapBit. So TapBit is, which one is TapBit? There you go. So TapBit, I realized 300K. The fees were getting a little bit too crazy. And then look, I'm gonna short right there. Happy Tuesday, y'all. T Breeze, X Wise, Banana Man, Venom, Viper, Touch My Monkey, Veril, Dapple, Young Kaizen, Saul Goodman, Domzer, Rayu, Hyphy, Mikey, Moggs in the house. Let's go. Gucci Magucci, ladies and gentlemen. Shout outs to everybody that was here yesterday, especially that late night TA recap. I'm uploading the highlights right now. Mods, hands up, mods. Show some love to the mods. Mods, what should we do for the pizza party? Should we do a meme / Photoshop contest? How many of y'all were here with me late last night when we talked about this? Y'all ready? Can I see Exo? Yes, sir. Yeah, I got my fucking hoodie. Yeah. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all. Schwiggity, schwaggity.
One thing my trainer, he told me, he said, he just told us to be prepared.
I'm telling you. Gustavo, I clipped yesterday's late night alpha. Maybe you could even say here. So whether it's the single print, the 0.5, or the value area low, it needs to grab and then tuck right back in. It's got to be a swing fail. Peezy. Your question was, would it make a difference in the probability of that long working if we sweep the local highs first? No. Let's go. Who get nasty, y'all? It's time to get schwiggity schwaggity, y'all. I mean, y'all saw the Bugamas, right? Y'all saw the Bugamas, right? You saw the Bugamas. Quit playing with me. 5260. Look at the Gex flip. 52 hundo. Pop-ink. Come on. Are we gonna get schwiggity with it or what? Oh shit! Math is the math. Quit playing with me. Let's go.
Fucking it is. Yes.
How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, I think the most important thing is seeing that the initial move was a debate, and so I wouldn't expect anything less for tomorrow with CPI. But first things first, let's see if Bugamas actually have the volume and strength to take it all the way up to 5260, yeah? Exo says, I saw an order book. There was 2 $800 BTC sell orders. How usually do we consider it as fake bids? Most of the time. Yeah, so anything under 1,000 is called Binancio Crayola. And they're actually even shittier than the 1,000 Bitcoin ones. So if you see 800, 700, it's actually not that serious. It'll try to pull the price. That's about it. It probably will not get filled. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give it up for the Coinbase Wicks of Destiny? How many of y'all were here last night for this? Kimba, what the fuck is going on at Coinbase? Wick of Destiny. Wick of Destiny. Talk to me. Hey, shout outs to you, OV. OV, I think you were here for this yesterday too, but does everybody understand why we watch Coinbase? Everybody that with any Lion Cubs that were like, why do you watch Coinbase? Why do you watch Coinbase? Wicks of Destiny. Okay, so 88, 92%, whatever it is that you're keeping track of. When Coinbase does wicks like that, it will, most of the time, we're talking 88, 90%. Okay? This is why we watch Coinbase. Wicks of Destiny. Yup, Gustavo, it's very, very high. Okay, add this to your data point. Get nasty. Let's go, OV. Let's go, OV. Bugatti money. Quit playing with me. Bugatti money. Let's go. How we doing? OV, you nasty, my boy. OV, you nasty, my boy.
The math is the math.
Woo! Boy, let's go, OV. Let's go, OV. Schwiggity. Talk to him, OV.
Shut up, bitch. You gonna learn today.
Emilio! That kind of makes me feel like you didn't watch last night's highlights because we spent 6 hours talking about it. So how much more do we need to talk about it, Emmanuel? Exclamation YouTube. The thing is, Emmanuel, it's not so much that I cover everything. You guys ask everything. Yeah, so get caught up on that. Let me know if you have any questions. I could just throw out the number 75, or you could get like a comprehensive breakdown on why. We also identified all the levels between here and 75, and we did a couple of projections using EV. So I think it's worth it to get caught up on the highlights, Emmanuel, and then let me know if you have any questions. I'm pretty sure after you watch the highlights, you're going to be good to go though. Alrighty, but whether it was identifying like this, bad high up here, talking about the CME weak high, lots of good info covered. So yeah, watch it, Emmanuel, and then let me know if you have any questions. I'm down to talk about it after if you want, Emmanuel. Yeah, but let me know if you have any questions because there's going to be high block confluence, KingFisher confluence for that level, that 63, 63 sweep or whatever. We talked about these lows down here. You've got bad highs and bad lows, basically. You have weak lows and weak highs. So get caught up on the highlight and then let me know. There's no surprises. Dude, you guys are fucking hilarious. You guys are fucking hilarious. Drones is still pretty funny. Drones is still pretty funny. This one's a good one too. God. Archie Bargies is still pretty classic. That who juicing at the end. Winners, I'm going to buy y'all pizzas. Pizzas on me. Can you show Exo? Absolutely, brother. It's going to be an interesting day, interesting night. It's going to be amazing tomorrow. I want to do my best to try and hang out with you guys as much as I can for the next 48 hours. 9 minutes and change on the hourly candle close, and then we'll be looking at 2 hours remaining for traditional markets. Hugh Hunt says, Kimba, is it forming an ascending triangle? That's a negative. Do you mean descending? Ascending, as in ascending upwards. Whoops. Descending, as in descending downwards. You mean descending, right? And you know what that tells me? You haven't watched the highlights, Hugh Hunt. Exclamation rewind. Is it forming an ascending triangle? No, on smaller time frame. You tell me. So have you done this, Hugh Hunt? Because I can already tell what the answer is. Have you already done this? And so you know how many touches you need? Price must touch one trend line at least 3 times, the other at least twice. Has it done that, Hugh Hunt? Iruzi says this was his one chance to show he's a lion. Yeah, you see how it's organically working though, ladies and gentlemen? Hugh Hunt says, oh, okay, I need to nerd out a little bit more. That's okay, but here. Let me just, me personally, brother, no, it is not, okay? This needs to be a little bit more defined. Okay, but I will agree that there is an upward trending support line. Sounds good? Hugh Hunt? Any other questions? Yeah, it would have been a little bit like that. You have it like that. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is what I would say. If it is, you know, your target is this, you know, it's the height of the thing. Vishante, what do you think about the BTC dominance chart? It's not, I mean, I don't really have any thoughts about it. I prefer to watch more like, you know, ETH BTC and stuff like that, but they're all inversely correlated. Yeah, still has a little bit more to go, but more room to go. I don't really have an opinion on this. Ghost BT says, can this be a 3 drive if it holds that bear div? Cloudy says, I'll go to the store. Sounds good, Cloudy. Minkyu, you good? What's good, Vishante? Hi, I'm new to your stream. Hey, shout outs to you, Dorza. Will crypto trading change forever at the end of the bull run, in your opinion? No. No. Did stock market trading change after every bull run? I don't know exactly what you mean, but no, I don't think so, Dorza. I think it'll just continue to have more liquidity and solidify itself in terms of legitimacy. NZD says, can this be a head and shoulders? I don't really care for head and shoulders that much, but we talked about it earlier today. Remember, a lot of people were asking, is it head and shoulders? Is it head and shoulders? This, no. Because of that. No, I really wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know if you're talking about this or you're talking about the bigger one. So some people are like, oh shit, head and shoulders. Right? That's on the daily. I hope you're not talking about this. Dorza says, in the sense that are the opportunities will be ever the same? Sure. Yeah. But again, I don't know what opportunities you're talking about. Is the juice on buying Bitcoin at $400 and it going to $100,000, that juice is obviously going to be more than what you could ever get buying in now. But yeah, the opportunities will always be there. Crowsway says, do you think ETF BTC will have the same effect as gold ETF? Gold became slow. Okay. Gold and Bitcoin's supply mechanism is a little bit different. Would you agree? Yes or no? Yeah. So the, like the supply demand, architecture is a little bit different if you think about it. So, I don't think it'll slow down in the, like, what do you mean? Like there won't be much volatility? As more money flows in, you start to solidify movements. Think of like, it's kind of like butter right now with more, it's like liquid butter. The more capital that flows in, it starts to harden. So volatility gets harder to move when there's such thickness of liquidity. But I think there's still going to be some juicy volatility, brother. Crypto is crypto. So you know what I think would slow it down? Actual regulatory compliance. I don't know about ETF, but I think with more regulation and more compliance stuff and more institutional liquidity flows in, it'll probably slow down, quote unquote, in your verbiage. Good morning, Banana Man. For 11 pieces, my gold trader friends just keep fucking my mind every time we talk. Shout outs to for 11 piece. Let me check what my gold long is doing, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're still hanging in there. NZD says, why now isn't head and shoulders? Okay, have you researched head and shoulders? You're giving yourself away, brother. Okay? Have you nerded out on like all the shit that you need? Are you sure that that's actually a structure? So your first problem is you don't have a pivotal neckline. You have a support line. You don't have a base neck. Okay. The second thing that you have a problem with is this height of your shoulder is almost bigger, if not the same as your head. That's already an invalidation on head and shoulders. Your shoulder has to be Somala. You like this is not a head and shoulders. You know that, right? The head has to be bigger. Now, by how much, the book will debate. Some people will say that at a minimum it's got to be 20%. Some people will be like, as if it's 1 pixel, it's fine. This doesn't look like that to me. Were you here earlier, NZD1? So if you think it's a head and shoulders, there's nothing wrong with that, NZD1. Just because I don't see it as a head and shoulders, it's like if you were like, yo, Kimba, what do you think about this girl? And I was like, she's not my type. You're not gonna go ask her out now? Makes no sense. And you're certainly not going to take a trade just because you think it looks like a head and shoulders. You're still going to be looking for edge. You're still going to be looking for some sort of quantifiable thing that you can say is going to be a better than 50-50 chance to long or short. But for me, brother, this is done. Okay, so getting anywhere near this is kind of bullish for me, which is why I said if you get up here, okay, whether it's swings or whatever, maybe it hasn't done it yet. Okay, maybe it has to sweep, naked point of control, get the single print, and then go. But my point is getting up here is bullish for me. And so I would be looking on the pullback to see if we can bounce and make a higher low. That's just me, brother. So I don't want to like sit here and like poo-poo on what you're seeing. If you see it, take it. But for me, for it to have gone up there, and by the way, is that good or bad? So I'm chilling. I'm chilling. To be honest with you, I could see myself taking another head short if it does that, as long as the bear div is maintained. I don't think it would maintain it. Okay. And I had a chance if I wanted to short there, I could have. I thought about it for a while, especially since it was hanging around here for so long, right? I thought about it, but it was during Macaulay and it left like not good highs. And so I said, nah, it's not worth it for me. So the shoulder has to be smaller than the head. You can't have, that's not a head and shoulders. That's not a head and shoulders. And this kind of looks like that because of the height of the shoulder and the head. Okay, Riddler says good, CME swept. Okay, I like that, but here's the question. Right? CME, look at the CME sweep here. So let's take a look at CME. CME swept that one, okay? Therefore, that's your sweep. Therefore, CME has not. That is bad. That is Bugatti ass. Hands up if you want to, if you see the Bugatti ass. Huh? Can I get a Bugatti ass? Hands up, Bugatti ass. You see it? NZD, you see it? Seriola, you see it? Who was the one that says, Riddler, you see it? Riddler, CME swept, okay? That was Gucci, okay? That has not gone swept, and now that is bad. And then even if this was good, the collection of, even if it's good, a collection of those makes it weak. Okay, so now you already have a high probability that's going to get swept. So if I was going to, how many of you guys, some of you guys were asking, I couldn't really follow along because I kept, the chat kept reloading, but some of you guys were like, hey, when are you going to take another short? How many of you guys wondering, hey, like on that third drive, would you take a short? Anybody wondering that? Yeah, as long as the edge is there, because 0.66 Fibonacci on the bigger is there. It could sweep. CME could also sweep, and there's also the untapped TPO naked point of control. Saeed says, can I have a small recap? Sure. So the levels haven't changed since last night. I think the only thing that you might want to think about is, will the initial move be a debate? So when CPI numbers come out tomorrow at 8:30 East Coast time, just like how it did this bullshit, the initial move was a debate. It hit the Gex flip and then it rotated. So are you going to try to long if it nukes first? Are you going to try to short if it pops up first? That's probably what I would be thinking about tonight. Okay, obviously just doing like basic reference checks on like CVD, divergence, open interest, etc. Yeah, and then on the higher time frame, you know that 59 is a pretty important level, and you know that downward trending resistance line is a pretty important level. Alrighty, so if it wants to sweep that 63.5 whatever on CME, and then maybe 67. Alrighty, do you have any questions, Saeed? In my opinion, we really haven't changed too much since last night. Is it a good practice to check the price in USD if I'm looking for a stock that's not based on USD? I don't think it's necessary to do that X-Weiss. It's probably better for you to look at the native currency pair. So if it's like a Chinese stock, it's probably okay for it to be against, Chinese yuan or whatever. Saeed, you good? CPI comes out at market open. That's a negative. It comes out an hour before, just like how PPI today came out. Seriola says, can you explain the phase? It's nothing complicated, Seriola. So obviously at 8:30 Eastern time, when the CPI number is announced, markets aren't open yet. It's just futures running, right? So phase one is the time up until 8:30 when it's just S&P and NASDAQ futures, right? 8:30 to 9:30 when the futures market is reacting to CPI, that is called phase two. And then phase three is when the markets open at 9:30 and the markets have a chance to react to the CPI numbers. Shout outs to everybody that was a part of that 10K giveaway. Give it up for the 10K giveaway winners. Juice. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Have a great night. Peace, everybody. Market makers, do yo thing.